pa ewo the political terrain no emuno efa the minority leader AFENYO-MARKINS ehwa ye chiremu dia na chese wakwakoda dankrofo bi ni ade nti wo na internet ne so a bo picture bi AFENYO-MARKINS ni atage no as extortionist ye kaso obi extortionist na se ono de wo pekoti kwan so na wo gige enkrofo sika eni ade na no na ye chiremu a ye rasami jemfi ena di kan ehye sansem na se ebra AFENYO-MARKINS ekobo nechi efa gold board ekabia womo akwakobo eho a enuntin wo susu se wo sesame jemfi eba abonten no obekirechire nsem nimu a nsem nani dane ya afi ye kohwe ya na yese AFENYO-MARKINS extortionist ema wo gigigi nkrofo sika eni ade ejem se beye sika ndie mu odube 22 billion bi na wakogi ade free nkrofo eho nsem na keka ma enam no ka say the OSP the special prosecutor yera kisi ejaben ede ne ho agensem ne mu sabria me no ka say die entie ba ne se Ghana fo bi tremu a wo mo ente ase se asem emu odu sein abetoja se AFENYO-MARKINS ejiji sika ewo nkrofo eho no ma ye hwe ni mu kwan senka empanimfo mate bibi se a monton samfre nipa no munduedue mumbisem for all you know no no it is not just about propaganda sem sade no na no na me ne ka say OSP ede aba betodwa se wo ba be hwehwe ensem no efa allegations a yede abo AFENYO-MARKINS no eho on your screens or say OSP to assess extortion allegations against minority leader AFENYO-MARKINS following public claims and multiple petitions to determine whether the matter falls within its statutory mandate. And they say no OSP enim so ono ankasa attorney general de na kwako gina court efa case bia obetimi adi ekire as a special prosecutor ene de wontimi ni ekire nti say no per what we are gathering the that screens nso ne de wo hwehwemu ase AFENYO-MARKINS case we no fall within the jurisdiction as the special prosecutor there ene obedi ekire na ensem no yetimi akwako hu nokure bia ewo mu now krata we every the office of the special prosecutor, as we can see it's boldly written, or the allegations of extortion against the minority leader of parliament. The office of the special prosecutor has taken note of public allegations of extortion and related conduct made by the chief executive of Ghana Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, against the minority leader of parliament, Alexander AFENYO-MARKINS. And they say there, where speech ma de ekoso ni nyina no wate bi ti a wate ne se wate ne keke but then amanfo bi bobo ni din se onye bribi fan what is he doing about it entino wo hwemu dia Chese was say the OSP also acknowledges a joint petition submitted by two persons as well as two separate petitions submitted by other persons in relation to the allegation. Enti already no amanfo ahase the petitions the nkrata koma OSP. So OSP ejuma ba AFENYO-MARKINS na yeso wakoda dankofo wapekoti kwan so kwan bonne so jijiji amanfo sika no wo se wode wo nansi form na ye hwehwemu de fa case we entena ho keke wode yi de no yi se me ka yi amunim kenoforiata de no yenya hu hwa de we Ghana he ya de akiri ni yenhwe. Given the nature of allegations, the OSP will assess the case and determine whether it falls within its statutory mandate and whether further investigative action is warranted. And they say no wakohwemu se petitions abedru na nimu no owo ho kwan se case we wo be di animu wo be di akire ni ye hu no kre no AFENYO-MARKINS hwamo en wakogigi wo musika ni ade sika ni ye sen ode ye den ba ne sen no ochemo obehwehwemu se ono wa ho akwanya no so obetimi anhwehwemu dia fa sa case na afen so no case ni se de tie no ombetimi ato akoso ayehwehwemu wo se wo ye de fa nsem ne ho as an OSP ana and they say no ensem a yera kisi Japan the special prosecutor of Ghana where they ababeto emonten eno no now ensem when nyina koso no utimu say AFENYO-MARKINS nso na so aye hye papa because ensem na ebobo ba ne emu odu allegations like this leveled against a whole minority leader no utimi say it is not child's play and to the crater bia babonten awo chemu say ensem ekoso no rumors keke atesem nukure bia enimu se wakwa extortion na se wakwaji obi sika na agye nkrofobia sika nukure bia nim. So this is the letter and as the releaser the Minority Caucus, Parliament of Ghana. And as you can see, boldly written, also Minority Leader AFENYO-MARKIN dispels rumors, confront the propaganda. Into say, oh mama, when say extortion is not a day no. And tutuana say a propaganda is a party for ya NDC for yana, or more epese, or more tarnishing image. Now, I say over the past week, all manner of insults and personal attacks have been directed at me, apparently in an attempt to impugn my character and divert attention from the substantive questions I have raised. Into a chairman, now what you can create any the attempt there wajibi attack and so they corner so back to back. But when they say a quite on percent or mudigun and masse, and I dear tosum you no, and someone I know a can the far good board who non peso or mubugana for any eddy free so said a bear no cray woman no intimate mabontene. False and defamatory allegations have been made about my motives for questioning the losses incurred under the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program and the role of Gold Board in those transactions. And to a trema, Ninsama Kobusa, ye, and then I quatri and tro akase dia beto ni din so san se opeso hu no krea wo a Bank of Ghana domestic gold purchase program Gold Board and so nsa wo mu bie na ka ba no wo mpeso mu hu no krea e wo mu no eno ene NDC for person ye propaganda edigu nenim ase nsem AFENYO-MARKINS no. Now say these allegations are entirely false and I reject them with qualification. Into a chema de ekoso so extortion is nyina no kre bakuse nim enya de a wobegya tumune agyatumuchina. As minority leader in parliament, my responsibility is to help parliament discharge its constitutional oversight function. My actions have been guided solely by that responsibility. I have neither acted from any improper motive nor conducted myself inappropriately in the performance of my duties. Into a chemwa, so I am minority leader, what that a dom kumana no, I will mention Bejafino. Nijume dear was what de said Penia or that dom kumanan, and no, and a wojinam raso and a warrior. Yes, bia, or no, and or what I dream pobi. A decision now we take no so no what a dream for bi when it trimuntina was shed da Gold Board there being sanity but so ye penny there I dare touch wa it was what Timishemu no muno crea and we must say I recognize that in public life, those who are uncomfortable with legitimate scrutiny may push back. In some cases, they may resort to false allegations, personal attacks, and ridicule in an effort to shift attention from the substantive issues and make persons asking the question the subject of controversy. Into a chema or no idea wababe hune say empempi no say o call it obi out when the wrongdoings more. The burst decision I am taking is a ombesha se ebu asemebu so na afe I see the egu anima ase no oji wanu biye nye ye asem no ye de asha okona afe wuni pana anka wo penu kredi ni atentene no wumom ena sabre de ye be say wudin sad na etie Ghana. That is what AFENYO-MARKINS is saying. Or say, I remain focused. I'll continue working with the Minority Caucus to initiate the necessary parliamentary processes for a full inquiry into the reported 22 billion loss arising from the trading done by the Gold Board and reflected in the books of the Bank of Ghana. Into a chemwa mopa munkas we anroba okusi hinkusi. So akase sa 22 billion sikana through a year Bank of Ghana any Gold Board ayirano wakasu opeso hu no kra ne nkwade enoa enobeye. The International Monetary Fund has reported a loss of approximately 1.7 billion US dollars under this program in 2025. Whichever institution's balance sheet carries that figure, it represents public money. Ghanaians are therefore entitled to know who the off-takers were, what discounts were applied to their purchases, on whose authority those discounts were approved and what fees were earned from the transaction. And we dream with the IMF wabeka say 1.7 billion and naira it was a program way asset in 2025 and kwade it was say you mutimi be account ma yehu sika no be fire e de no moto ye koye and saying e saying discount ben when they need to know, Ghanaians need to know. And what you say when the minority need they are still on that case. They are equally entitled to a full disaggregation of 1.7 billion US dollars, how much arose from foreign exchange differentials. Enti AFENYO-MARKINS they will chemwa kwan bia so no, they need to know no kre a war this whole issue no emututum say nensem ne de wetebri e de atopo James on the defamatory statement made against me personally. I intend to pursue the appropriate legal remedies. Meanwhile, my attention and that of caucus I lead remains firmly focused on the program, the decision taking, and public funds involved. And they say there, AFENYO-MARKINS echema asema ye buabo ni suni nyina no ye ntwambo na enye no kre OSP su tremu dia na chese wo ye hwehwemu bi obetimi aye de afa eye AFENYO-MARKINS case hu se emra ne ma ne kwan so onhwehwemu dia na chese in the coming weeks no we'll see the office of the special and I said the special prosecutor Kisi Ejabin taking on this case for investigation. Enti ebedi atre na yamamo update ewo ho, but still on other issues AFENYO-MARKINS no currently and same way Koba say he's an extortionist any ade no or can say a defamatory statement in a sense someone enye no kre and as abred mu bu e de abono so no AFENYO-MARKINS edwane akwa kotoa high court me no ka say wasuri Sami Jemfi the CEO edema gold board and afenso multimedia group central for adwumaku e wo krodiem ha AFENYO-MARKINS esuri omo Peace FM and so can be one Mr. Eric Ejay wono nso AFENYO-MARKINS esuri wo mo a wo kire mu se ensem a wo makeka fa ne ho no betimi aha no ne portfolio any ade a me no ka say de corporate ababeto monten so a kire mu say no he's taking these people on corporate no sermons no they are in two different I can't say rate so no Sami Jemfi any multimedia for there and as no Peace FM any one Eric Ejay and so edia what they are more munti AFENYO-MARKINS say no they did kind or my yeti say oh obi ba bonten no be kan nsem a enye no kre e de fa ho a sometimes you just don't have to respond e will say wujai omo e de ma nyankopon afa ye wunya ne se wa masam quick U10 bia enya asem keto na sa U10 ya AFENYO-MARKINS e make ye no de na chese wo kiremu a the extortionist factor and I said the extortionist na Sami Jemfi edi atono so no ama other media outlets without proof when so publishing it there wasuri omo just as you can see on your screens or say minority leader AFENYO-MARKIN sues Sami Jemfi Multimedia Group Limited, one Eric Ejay and Peace FM in two separate suits over extortion allegation. And they say there AFENYO-MARKINS chiremu a enimguase no baby e keka kono ano ye din e de amanu nto no de wadwane akwa kotoa court se court enhwe nsem nimu na afe Sami Jemfi Multimedia Group Limited Peace FM and one Eric J a oka ho no womo enfre womo no omo toto esanse womo egu ne ho fin. And the question people are asking is, so what happened to the Mejaya Manyame thing na AFENYO-MARKIN say kano who advised him? What did he say? Yeah, titi rumors be say after enra the visitor or visited the flag bearer the Manu Patriotic Party Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia and Bawumia amano ultimatum say omra na ome decide say obesuri omo a omagu ne ho fin no ana so say wodi ne debre as the minority leader ebeto ho na afi obi aba abefa because minority leader say be yegu ho fin bebre na won ka hwede there be now yemfa court rate AFENYO-MARKINS and I said the lawsuit AFENYO-MARKINS akwa ye ya ene Sami Jemfi the CEO of Gold Board ne din abepie mu enti as you can see this rate issued and we shall register the stamp is so team In the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, General Jurisdiction, Accra AD 2026, Osahene Alexander AFENYO-MARKINS, house number 54, Abelimpe Street, Ono NA Plaintiff, into Ono de Asemna Koda Court, versus Samuel Edu Jemfi, aka Sami Jemfi, house number unknown, Accra. Ono na the first defendant, and the next defendant happens to be Multimedia Group Limited, number 1 Ferrer Avenue, Adabraka, as the second defendant. In Tina say AFENYO-MARKINS wakusui Sami Jemfi, as we can see boldly on the screens. Now, why is AFENYO-MARKINS suing Sami Jemfi any multimedia ni ade nyina reta womo are issuing to this prospective defendant, that is Sami Edu Jemfi and Afe Multimedia. So Oshaha also statement of claim. The plaintiff is a Ghanaian citizen and a legal practitioner. He is also a prominent public figure and full-time member of parliament, having reason to become the majority leader in the past and currently minority leader of parliament in the Republic of Ghana. Needless to say that the plaintiff is also a traditional leader in a Futu traditional area. And to plenty via say onipa wodi asem na kodan court Osahene AFENYO-MARKINS no woyemranimu ni enne ya ade ba ko eda ho de tosomienu woye Ghana ni this year a wo kura debre wo krodum hanum se enipa bebre enimu no woyemrahye bedwani a watena adwa so empre nan na wabe majority leader da wo Ghana ha eno na nchen say okọ Ghana yemrahye bedwafi a wono ena minority leader okọ afutu traditional area so a wokura debre wo honom wo ahemfo sem emu enti ekiremu dia na chese nipa yegu ni hu fin no wonye nipa ketwasa. Now also the plaintiff has over the years built and maintained a reputation for integrity, honesty, professionalism and competence in his legal and public life, which culminated in his election as the third deputy speaker of ECOWAS Parliament. And to muchemwa AFENYO-MARKINS no in fie bebre nie no abon homodene edin huni sebe wa build a solid brand edi amane ho no kredie mu nimdie mu ene ade ne modimbo titire ewo ne mranim adwuma mu ena afe na brabo a wo bo ewo Ghana hanom enu nti ena okopie mu ewo ECOWAS Parliament a ye yi no as the third deputy speaker enti AFENYO onye ni paketo asa enti wo I was said therefore the plaintiff is of both national and international repute. In the AFENYO-MARKINS enye Ghana hankoa ena sebe ye nimuno anase wajidini okwa international world nso a wajidini wo because watimia serve as the third deputy speaker of ECOWAS in parliament there na chese wonye nipa ketwasa enti se dibrewe ekura somebody like AFENYO-MARKINS na mutimi babo ntembe kase we extortionist inti yes adia na chese mogu ni hu fin as a person inti ena we dia asem no akwakodan court se court enduedu nsem ni mu no mo mpemu no kro tirema wo je compensation of 15 million Ghana cedis ane any other things are ekahwa where they akwakodan court na enrada wono akasa AFENYO-MARKINS wo mrahye bedwafie in front of the fellow parliamentarians and afei so the speaker of parliament and AFENYO-MARKINS making it bold and clear wo mrahye bedwafie say asem no no yesin so tap on chirani a woje wo enti wo di asem na kodan the high court of Ghana say wo mu eni na sem emane sansa asem a mo di ato no so no nukure bia enim sign eguni hu fin as a person yenkom na hye bedwafie na yenko hese de mra ensem ni sifa ekoe.
Speaker, in the face of the allegations of extortion leveled against me, I have chosen to take high moral ground by submitting myself to the processes of the law. I have accordingly caused writs to be filed in suit number GT 1029/2026, entitled Osahene Alexander AFENYO-MARKIN versus Samuel Edu Jemfi and Multimedia Group Limited at the Accra High Court, and suit number GR AFENYO-MARKIN/CC/C5/02/2026 entitled Osayin Alexander AFENYO-MARKIN versus Eric Ejay and Peace FM at the Achimota Circuit Court. I have every confidence that in the fullness of time, the court will make the appropriate determination on these matters. Mr. Speaker, I also await with bated breath that the man or the men who made the allegation will have the courage to report the matter to the police or the OSP or any investigating agency in this country. And I expect that if they muster the courage to report that I have extorted from them and I am invited, I shall submit myself to every investigation so that eventually my name is cleared. Mr. Speaker, there is a limit to political discourse. There are lines that must not be crossed, and these red lines, once crossed, they must be dealt with. Mr. Speaker, I can modestly and humbly say that I have served in this position with integrity. I came into this office a man of hard work with determination, and I have achieved for myself what I have to do for myself, my family, and my constituents. Mr. Speaker, I work with clear conscience and with fidelity to the responsibilities entrusted to me. I say so without more.
That is AFENYO-MARKINS, the minority leader in Parliament, on the floor of Parliament. What you say, and someone amanfo bi akeka e de afa ne ho amanfo no ene Sami Gyamfi na afi some media outlet they based on ensem Sami Gyamfi aka and omoko publish here to say Peace FM ne multimedia group no odo mu nyina akoma court say they are in the hands of court and e be kire wo mu faith assistance now makacho say AFENYO-MARKINS edi kan kasa asem no mfa court. And right now, wadane ne ho e de asem no akokot. And looking at it, say it has something to do with the visit to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia instigated the push allegedly behind the push of AFENYO-MARKINS going to court. Ebiche mukrana. He's suing multimedia, Peace FM, Eric Ejay, Sami Gyamfi ni ade adense asem ne de watrem. And Kobetimi go heads on with Sami Gyamfi, knowing perfectly well say Sami Gyamfi and a D kind beka say or ye extortionist. Wa ojiji krofozi kani ade ma omo o chiremu a omo approve ni ade ombetimi e dey bring AFENYO-MARKIN down to show that the omo kano it is not just hearsay and I say propaganda be as AFENYO-MARKIN is stemming it as propaganda and falsehood on his personality. I would dying court no. But assistance now we are waiting say the process and everything will continue. But looking at this case, and yet there and I said a case we you bet me a pen and no pumasibre. Some of the notions AFENYO-MARKINS is trying to take the case off him or try to obey case needing every the public domain because there are some court there and you'll be any ever court before so now fade what me are taking a position as the minority leader in Parliament. So we are hoping say case we no a bit me akọ en kind of no krebi e woman no etimi apie amano ayeye. Now and some for from no say amene wo kase abrantia sebe ye ba boxing mu e wo Ghana krodwem ha wa bone ho modene papa boxing de wa gidin bebre na enim no as ayite powers and so ni dia ekura no ankasa Michael Ayite Okan na me no ka say ye kiremu dia wakwakobo owo ntrene e dia ato the national sports fundraising authority Director General Yera Yaw Ampofo esu akobo no wo ntrene enya sem ketwa amena me no ka say the Ghana police for akwakoche no because say ubo obi owo ntrene dia na say wafomumra you've threatened to kill somebody and I say murder somebody they are ntimi enya wo sa Emma unya uti emfendidimu. Now, if I went to screens and so ma, say please arrest former boxer Aite Powers for allegedly making death threats against National Sports Authority Director General Yao Ampofo Accra. Enti Aite Powers asem penny pasebe yesi asem makra na ye de ano ne ye de ka enye se kan ene ye de ekotwa asem nimu. Now so Aite Powers em say and never be a koso in the sports industry affected ni sikasem ni brand any idea when it said nipa what tie no and you will be said the National Sports Authority Director General Yao Ampofo Accra na nka na was saying kasem no wo mo kano boko so adwebre so na nka asem kwotwere ba bi atwere anaso wo mutimi pa asem na no pomasibre no wo de ebufuo any yawde no so life any or ye video edebeto monten so ekeka na dwene na ne kasa yemu no no okoka se obetumi agane down the NSA boss, the National Sports Authority AFENYO Director. Eno de Ghana ha untimi nkasem bi say na unya otin didimu enti ene wo hwa ene ekotebri although prior to any arrest no were granting interviews bi ni ade pa chew when the statement ka say he didn't mean to say that way and say na oni ulterior motive bi say no kre wo kwa kuku papa na so ko Ghana ne down but out of frustration any ne pain no ene man ne ka sansem we but Ghana police we don't deal with frustration and pain. Fact is fact show match no definitely they are going to investigate na no any idea. So as it stands now no the Ghana Police Service for one more at the press release about one more confirm say in need Aite Powers Michael Aite Okai Ewo womo akachia say no omo yenhwehwemu na it was based on asema medi kind the video ebeton monten so all over the internet na olambaste yera Yao Ampofo Accra na afe owo ntrene ebepiemu ewo asem ni mu na say a police for chemo muntimi nja asem ne sa ema no enko on your screen Regional Public Affairs Unit Ghana Police Service 24th August 2026. Please arrest former boxer over alleged threat of death. Intino police for akwakoche Aite Powers ane sign owon treniam wabo the National Sports Authority Director. Now the Accra Regional Police Command has arrested Michael Aite Okai alias Aite Powers, a 46-year-old former professional boxer, in connection with an alleged threat of death made against Mr. Yao Ampofo, Director General of the National Sports Authority, on 24th August 2026. And to much dia na say case we no Accra Regional Police Command for ena ekwache Michael Aite Okai enim no as Aite Powers we din fin shedua 9 ensia na eba ne boxing a we live a certain record ene ade e wo Ghana boxing mu a enya asem ketwa ne ekiremu a video a wo kobo wo ntwene e de to Mr. Yao Ampofo a Director General e de ma the National Sport Authority no ene nam so ama the Accra Regional Police Command akotebri no. The arrest follows a video circulating on social media in which the suspect is alleged to have issued the threat. Nti se mekanye na sapepepe and a police for no so atwere ewa ha. Omunchemu dia na se video a call viral babia ewa internet no so omususu se ne kasa yemu no wabo owo ntrene e de ato NSA director no so no enunti eno makoche no. The suspect, Michael Aite Okai, is currently in police custody assisting with investigation. They say there our police for Akachia or boa ewo asem ni mu nhwehwemu no matimi ehu bibi e koso no krebi e womu no o matimi agina so na o matu anamo. The Accra Regional Police Command wishes to assure the public that investigations are ongoing to establish the circumstances surrounding the alleged threat and to appropriate action in accordance with the law. And to muchem there as I say no omo beso omo hye Ghana fo nyina ebo se omo nye nhwehwemu na fe omo atimi nyina so e dia fa asem ne ho na omo agina emra no so asotwe bi e wo ho anamon bi e wo so omo tu no efa case we hu no omo etu ne sa pepepe. Now the command further urges the public to refrain from spreading unverified information concerning the matter while investigations are ongoing. As they say they bo bia kokko say yemfa asem ne ensuma wa enkonkoka asemo a woni emu no kre woni nyina so efa this Ayite Powers any NSA director ni case ni ho no, don't go and sit anywhere and go and say anything that will land you into trouble. Sanze oko kansem abran hwehwemu koso na enye no kre dia ene waso ebetimi ayehye. Krata we Miss Juliana Obing ono ye Chief Superintendent Head of Public Affairs Accra Region. Wono ena nensa hyase a womo ede krata we ababe to emmonten eso. So it's quite unfortunate say Ayite Powers watimi akwa asem ya ene wakwakodi a police for akache whilst they are investigating, but then denya video ni evidences ni ade wo hwe, it looks like the outcome might not be a pleasant one for Ayite Powers, but we leave that in the hands of the investigative institution and the security institution. Na omo enye omo adwuma ti said etie. So we'll follow keenly on this issue na ye the emunsem bi ebepie no aba. But meanwhile, menewo kase the daughter of the former Asen Central NP mechire Kennedy Ohene Akompreku Japan ne baba ba kope a ye freno muforiwa. Yes, that is how a lot of people anymuno no me no ka say wo ba be kasa efa Ghana ade bia ekoso Ghana hanum say ya nyina ye ni triemu enen sebe wo kasa be man fa wumpie kura no odi ntete because odi ni kwen ka ye kwa akobo no enye wo sebe wo ba ne na wa sheda say o kobo be man ni ko, but sebe restaurant na ye de wo kono ope baby eho efe na nka watimi atwa picture kakra na nsuo pobo na toma aduane a ebedi akoye mane ye nka krakrakrakra eno na Amanda oforiwe Japan waba be kasa se Ghana ha akoye se restaurant akese e wo krodwem ha nyina no money laundering eno mu ye indirectly, but ye nim because said the umu ebo edema niema bi wo krom hanum say no odwen wa wonte ase wo chem se waba Ghana severally na oba sebe o ko places a otimi hipi in the receipt na ye de be ma no aduane a wadi ohwe ni din o se na me wa breche kranka me nto aduane be som this particular amount of money. Now a lot of people have joined her on the internet ebinum nso show you mo receipt e che se debi a niema kika kono e wo se abandon in 90 form because kwaya restaurant foi womudi ye faso okrom hanum say no, it is more or less like they are laundering us from with our own money. We don't crown tiase na eba kotie Amanda for you Japan and say more dia tujwa na eba ya to aso.
The Accra restaurant industry is going to fail, and that's something I've been itching to discuss on here. If you're Ghanaian, there's no chance you haven't heard about Tiramisu Gate, the $60 tiramisu that they're selling at a tiramisu only restaurant. A lot of restaurants in Accra must be a front for a money laundering scheme. Otherwise, there's no way anything they're doing makes sense right now. We do not have a large enough market size to be selling $60 tiramisu even at the most expensive restaurant in New York. I don't think tiramisu would go above $30, and even then, that's ridiculous. That's not just that one restaurant. When I was last in Ghana, the way I would save my receipts and be looking at them from restaurants, like, there's no way this is possible. Then I'd come on TikTok and be seeing other people posting their receipts too. Pricing out your customers is not good business. Pricing things at rates only people from abroad could pay, not good business. And then on top of it, they're not even actually pricing things at rates that people from abroad would pay. Because like I just said, New York is one of the most expensive cities in the world, and you still wouldn't find a $60 tiramisu there. We can't keep this up. Like, the restaurant industry in Ghana, in Accra specifically, cannot keep this up. They're about to start closing left, right, and center, and they actually do anyway. Like, you'll always see one restaurant here this year has now been turned into something else the next year, because this is not good business. The total addressable market in Accra is not large enough for any of the pricing that's going on. Either those restaurants get it together.
Abaya so no aye hu no aniabre kasa e was screens ne so no Honorable Kennedy Japan ne baba Amanda oforiwa Japan and I work kasa say no ya hwani ya What about a restaurant? Be a shasi come wajidi ne nkofo high pay nkofo ma fans omo to say so more hype restaurant no okrom hanum say as wani ense ye ka kire enya asem keto o more high pay afi ebedru bosome kakra ne afi ba kakra ntem no na afi restaurant no ne modem bo abafem unti restaurant ni nka biem ni ade all because the price rate any idea workroom it's too much. And what I'm saying, if they don't tone down, if they don't level down the high pricing of any services render to customers and consumers, eventually these restaurants are going to fail. And this is coming from a businessman's daughter, because you bear with me, say Honorable Kennedy Japan owns quite a number of businesses in Ghana, Ajidin, across West Africa. You share the styrofoam company, name Code Store, any idea, and he's even setting up a steel manufacturing company as it stands now. That should tell you, say, yeah, Amanda in him the walk home asem Ghana ha, life is I would attest, say, no crack. The price rate at the money may be restaurant near the room han saying in way hundu a bradging and the NCS so and they say we are just hoping say restaurant owners and operators a work room ha they would consider the year can one seven and sana that be no and semino aji edioku now. And somewhere the best sorry so no gone with the days na ye can high life music you bet ubeti obi to say for Ponsa, ubeti obi to say Kofi Nti, ubeti edimbe to say Baroski. What you say? Baroski dear, utimu say when you Kofi Nti wo mo ebeye some nyumia ebe hete woni mambele. Aha, that is Baroski for you. Ebushia, the current situation of Baroski say the terrain of these old musicians ne sinitwafo no wo life story a ebi abama yanka ho asempeng. In UK right now, Baroski Edabontain, somebody that has impacted Ghanaian music. Obi asabe ye ka Ghana high life you betumi aboni din aka ho with hits back to back hits omo edemaye and go with the days na ene abrantie Baroski, as you can see Abontain eno dasabe ye tete mu kra de adwale kra no beye ena kakra ne adware kra wonware bia. It's very sad. At this point, Ebi Busa said, what happened? After the life they've lived in their youthful days, what went wrong? Now they end up in a situation. It's very sad to see. Now, Yabekwa could see a Abrante Baroski and Sema Wadia to job. They say, was Ghana for CM1 when near dear. A whole UK now damn one ten so be bisa say aden or illegal immigrant we need passport a day na ekoso onu ankasa ene betimi a kire na kosem yi emu yenko na yenkuti mra
na Romeo nie me mu kasa mi wo Manchester sesia yi yenu ya Baroski ene temi nchen aha na oda ne situation o mu nie me hwe say Ghana de obi a ni Baroski oforian ponsa Baroski Kofi Nti. I mean, this trial, we all know them. Na me wo Ghana last year, and Madam for ba kwa friend Kofi Rasta. Our UK have friend me say Baroski won in chain. Na Baroski hiamwa. Emma me ne Baroski kura kasa kakra o video. But me fa no cool. Ti me ne Kofi Nti kura kan ho asem. Na nsen kura keke fosu ba me ho me ne kan ho asem. Ena me ne oforian ponsan so ye interview so me kan ho asem. Na nne na me de mani abehu situation no. Yenu ne dabre mu ne ha no oda Baroski na yedim no neti ono on se san yo henanim still looking handsome, cute and all that. Baroski edi na de wa be pi hasisi why are you sleeping here? For my kono kwa no na enkasa kakra.
Oh, cool.
No, I mean take the mic close to your mouth.
It's cool. It's cool.
No, said about ebetunka. Ha na oda minia.
Yeah, for
now ha na oda.
Yeah, for now.
Na ujare wan.
I drive there, I'm trying to answer.
Na so unso ka ho kracha kakra.
Kakra, yeah.
Wow. Na udi den.
Oh, me di.
I'm for na soto kakra because I onye adwuma.
David for now,
Now, do you get in touch with family back home in Ghana? Ache.
Okay.
Ono mu kasa ya che hon.
Okay, yeah.
Dear Moana sisi Baroski unyana ya hwede betim dia boa. What do you need?
I don't know.
between a dine so be Ghana they in our position.
I say me coffee no.
Unya Ghana be ba won. Nti mo bi e betum di aboa ma ba Ghana bia yemfa mo.
Yeah.
Nti ha family bia ne a.
Yeah na. Na down for ka no
Yeah, but down for the minute. Baroski ukrumpa yen e wo Ghana wo free.
Me Nkani Asante.
Nkani Asante. Nti Accra he pa na utena pa. Dance man. Okay, is quite okay on now for nibidi.
Oh yeah.
Bobby na me.
Asante.
Well, dance man.
Yeah.
So who's your best friend? Amodos one. And then what did he?
Mediocre.
Oh, Baroski. You are talent, oh.
Oh, very cool.
No, don't worry. Your name. Yeah, maybe a free situation. What? Because we are bar, I will be cool. I have hit a beer, bro.
Yeah.
Can be bitched Ghana for. Say something to them.
I figure Ghana for Minister of some of them.
I was saying, or say what figure Ghana for. Now, when you say in Chebe, who no fear. Yen I am what they bet me I be a ma Baroski a bagana be a yen I am what. Na yen yon intimi Ghana. Na yen free situation with me. Here around. I had no doubt. Hey, I had a Baroski da. I don't think. I had no doubt. Sebi, not doing a bonkomo. I know that. I know that. I am Pablo Accra go away. The mattress. When you ta a big goose over for a say. Or say a jari crowd. I don't need jari. Only baby tea. Ntino onya fear beba onya Ghana beba nti media to me ho so say yenso so de betima ya aboa no ye be de aboa ya men hira wate say wo so wahwe onso wo mo bia o de I mean show up we talk number CBA opese oboa number na ye 0242 170734 Nana Romeo obetimi ne me akasa fa ebia wonim ne busuani bi kra oben na opese ye nyina ye ne kasa o de frɛ 0242170734 number ne gu ase no frɛ na ye hu de betimi a be ye nua na free situation mu na enya kra nti kofinti sɛ wo hwɛ me a o frɛ amponsa keke fosu because minim sɛ munua pa ni mo na mo irade na mo so ma Ghana for ye hu no sɛ mo munim na situation of woman baby ordeni enya kra yemwa no. Thank you.
That is Baroski and Nana Romeo. Yeah, Nana Romeo. Akopie mu ewo Manchester. Na wone no etwetwe enkomoti mu se Baroski. Watena UK mine mu ache ye papa. By now ne de enka this shouldn't be his current state. Na so yenim de akoba. Na utie nsem a Baroski Canadian na say ni nyina akakosi se opese ye boa no manitimi esan eba ni nchi Ghana ebiem. Cause say life I will live in Montano that edwale po no ontimi nwale bidia na say it is not a pleasant state for somebody sebe ye bagana ha ni ye call into the records and history of high life music one so a contributing to it na enene nam so ama menewo ka say delay Dolores Frimpong waba bonten abechirim sese ne de ono nso pese wode ne hujimu bi na yetimi eboa abrantie Baroski dodo na de yenim no that is the name wode aye ne music enso edin ekura na kasa Isaac Obin Mensa amna say Isaac Obin Mensa na delay chemu dia sese no yenye go get fan no say go me get fan emfa emwa Baroski yendige entuboa kakra na yemfa mboa no na sede wo pese wo san ebefia wo kase wa figa na for the opane se wo bebefie no yebetimi afo felisa wish no ede amano enti wo sha we Lion Queen which is the Ghana. Hi, I started this fundraiser. Let's help Baroski get on his feet again on GoFundMe, and it would mean a lot to me if you'd be able to share or donate to it. Let's help Baroski get on his feet again. And to say no, the delay eka kusinyina and say Yemwa Baroski na untimi ensi na namonso biem. The target and the goal I will expect £5,500 is the goal. So mbeti me ede abwa Baroski to donate now. Nese yenyina yemfa yehu enjimu bi na yentimi emwa Baroski share picture ya. That was gone the days Baroski o shekra on share da ensisan ye bia sa the same Baroski oforia mponsa ene ade ena na south time no na wo mo ejina wo manamon so a they were contributing immensely to the high life music e wo Ghana. Unfortunately Baroski edini de ekopie mu wo UK a ene woda abonten a bia sebe wodi ne ti ebetumpu no aye asem den ede amano. Now woni papa ko no nso aba be join the conversation of Baroski ensem ya ekoso no none other than Showboy nso aba be kasa na Showboy asem a wo kan dina ne se ma Baroski ma Ghana for nada no. Don't allow Ghanaians to lie to you. Say Nana Romeo koya wone ne twetwe nkomo a wo bisa ne se edien na Baroski ehia a wo chefe wodi kan ka se ba bia wodi ne ti beto ene chire wo se opese wo ba fie Nana Romeo bisa ne se ni mienu ye ma ba bi nda ana se ye ma onsan bra fie no wutum se Baroski chire mu a wo pese wo sign ni nchi ana se wo sign ba ni nchi e ba fie then na Showboy chire mu se emma o ma Ghana ni bia na da ne so wo mra fie na onim no mo one say Tim na oba ebedru Ghana ha say Kim na wie ya no omo de ne ba yo omo tuetue ska omo di nanim kan ekosi nkofa ahen de ne be pie mu Ghana ha. There is no way omefi no asase na ombesoso na say kakran du ba bia he's on his own. They will not even remember say any said na downfo bi e wo dansuma brono a wotena so nti oba be boa na he should forget about it. Enti mani nye sa mistake no onya ba bi ndakra onka UK honum sa yenkotie Showboy said o den same way etuja
advice we team advice me boa member akwane you interview eno mo down na omo dada Father Bontin, it is better than Ghana. Now, about should be a bit don't know now for the flex, on member. Gee, member. Baroski, don't come to Ghana. Don't let nobody lie to you. Say, oh, that Bontin, our brain to be so back Ghana. We are acting, be not obviously chaplain. You try plane tickets, man. How do Ghana and no one anyway. And secondly, Mamma can't mention direct and correct. Many wa dream say only ofra ponsa bon you mean why hate it ofra ponsa do ka bi no daddy on doka daddy no hustler wa bre papa ofra ponsa unzo abre and yanka ofra ponsa story in Shwana yanka your offer story in Shwana okoya sofo enfa no koye sofo o teni ne ho new media ne buy no sa ne yemenge me ofra ponsa wa chemenyum daddy wa chemenyum oni yemenge o you street
Ntino Showboy ono ene wo ho ene wakwaka ne nsem no wachire mu de a ene se de tie bia no be ma nanum aduru anwene enti Baroski Isaac Wobin Mensa omia nani na wontena UK honoma na enya de a Ghana ha oba ade papa bia wa ha obi edebema no omeja ne baako de ahye ne nsa. We are just hoping say emwa betimi akọ ama Baroski every situation ya owomu no emu. Now me no ka saying in other issues no ade baako ana say one of the major road projects President John Dramani Mahama di hujuma the Accra Kumasi Expressway chese ena me no ka say as at 21st August 2026 no ekwan no omatimi akomanima me no ka say de chire mu 70%, that is the clearing of the road no say the ehun wo screen susu a ye twetwe ndua ne ade amanfo cocoa farms de ebi aka no ye chire mu a ekwan no etimi akọ ama prempren the military regiment group no a omo edi sa adwuma no omo akopie mu ewo Kumase na Kumase no omo akopie no timu se amanfo ho no omo ani age papa bebre astarte express wo mo ho nti we shall say this is the outer Kumase ring road and there say kwan ni nyina no omu dwiko ebefafa bronu bebre so say no Kumase ena omu akwakopia Juabin constituency ena omu ewa e will pass through to Ejeso na asfe atwaso de akwana nima me no ga say there ultimate say the construction work no eguso the clearing of the roads and the sites paving kwan se the beya mutisi mu ana say e kwan na na omo no now manfo binum a wo motete Juabin de ko Ejeso ni ade assemblymen for wo hono bebre no aba bonten aba bekasa wo mutwem so mani age papa because this is they are seeing say President Mahama na ni abrese obeye kwan na de amomo enti wa se be wani nje se impuntujument se koso no na se wo san nipa na nkasa no tojiwa but they are very very impressed with the development any ejuma military for no airbo with regards to the Accra Kumase expressway no na e ba ko tie nsem ni bi na ya hwe e kwan no so far baby akwakodro any ade na ye ba ya hwe nsem ni mu ebiem
Ghana for ejuma mo ye na no oden Accra Kumase expressway and now me no ka say Ashanti region military engineers na dua o ma bia kwanim
mampani hwe me say wa on supporting you pa Mahama ye no ye man boyefo
kwan we ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama me be hu so mo ye no na me dwen say ya dada but me di me be hu nya me ma me frɛ me di me be hu say ye kokoi yi aka no ana me hu say His Excellency obo adwuma
asojafo na ho keka te say
oh omonda ahoma chin so no start
sebi enye policy nsem ne ye but se nipa ya ade a osaya yi
bia ye gina ye Accra Kumase expressway me no ka say soldiers for na du Kumase Ashanti region omo Juabin constituency Adwoso constituency omo ye clearing military engineers no ye Ashanti region bia omo duadu ye Juabin omo de kwa Adwoso na omo de adu Bosomtwe constituency eti bona President John Mahama say no kura wodi so eno ube hu military engineers na ho keka adwuma omo ye na no odene Ghana for adwuma omo ye na no odene Accra Kumase expressway and now me no ka say Ashanti region military engineers na dua omo bia kwanim enua bi esi kwanim ba bia kwan ne befa kokoo bi esim bi bia omo keni wo ya ba beto assembly member for area ha Accra Kumase expressway ne koso no
we de wa woni hu adwumadi a ekoso enche bia na eye esojafo a mo clear Accra Kumase express road no
okay
esia me fan so mo ba beduru eye Juabin constituency
baby e jai say
Juabin ekwa akoduru Adwoso constituency ansa na eduru Bosomtwe area sebi enye policy nsem ne ye but se nipa ya ade a osaya yi ohwe ade a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya ade a esombo Ghana man nyina kwanya se nyame ado no se timi wie kwan Kumase Accra express road a wa betimi hu se even the single lane na ye try be 50 years ago no have been working how more say lane a ye try be 6 lanes it is going to serve for the next almost 200 years. I mean, here many can more than 200 years.
Only a queer wa una wa and come what to say.
In Commodia air question said before I'm very clearing when you ne a consultants now I'm road in charge of the road no. It's severally. Okay. Omaba has severally a near Queer Obia Nifudiaka, Obia Bibi ni Japadia Huacano. Ya be take key measurements and we say we any eka say na Nifudiaka and I say oh dan kwan is so ya capture ni na omo de call aban say be ya metua compensations you hwe nim say ni manim ya no betumi awetua per the consultant say o man ya tie ase ne say before after the clearing before me cut sword no His Excellency say opeso otua akuafo ka ansana ya clear ya ye ekwan no as expected and say am no ka say details BS ya de call aban mu na akuafo compensation o meso mutua mom no wetumi atua mom de kakra me woma His Excellency nyankopon man nkwatenten so odwen Ghana for ho
okay say enene bosom pepepe e na me no ba ha sei ye betwa kwan we na nkrofo bi tete social media oh mama onye oya azan adankoda o mi so we adankoda da do yi chako eni a me no ka sei mampani nyankopon sirawo me hu se me na fomo se me ntra fomo chale mi hu da me nyo me na mampani hwe me se wa on supporting you pa Mahama ye no ye man boyefo o si etwa osu e say obi obeka sa che mama kura say e che no ye chi ne tum
ade
obi a obeka sa mama onyama mpani papa na o say e chi ne tum eno kwa keke na o say e chi ne tum because some poor man yi onyanku a obesete sa so imagine nyina
imagine masase ni nyina imagine say umbetu
but mini problem me say mama kura pa onfa opa onfa free me meto no me say man to aba man DC o but man nu me ho da bia meka say the next 4 years man pani mahama na betimi asan baby wa me say me vote me to ma no ato ma na won na mpempuntu ye tutu kwan ko Dubai no kokko he de ekoso uko John man wani age mo hwe Dubai Express na so obi ye say bia me to aba nyin ntontwene
we Accra Kumasi Expressway Accra Kumasi Expressway and a Washington region.
Yes.
We say be agent adwaben eko adwoso de na awura bosom che constituency.
Ekwan we ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama me be hu so omo ye no. Na me dwen say ya dada expressway we na me nim say eyantro na His Excellency oka but me di me be hu nya me ma me fra me me di me be hu say ye kokoi yi aka no ana me hu say His Excellency obo adwuma adukrutia me ka say obo adwuma ne say me ba hanom I think 2 weeks ago na omo start adwuma
2 weeks
no omo start ye ndura me onum na me fra me say so just for no aba site omo ye adwuma na me nim say agro aha na me ma me kokofuo wana
nti aka mo
obo adwuma amai papa ba kwa me kroma wa time no kra ne yaka no ebibifo ye mpa no kre de obe ye adwuma ma oman Ghana na ye mbebunu na ebe so ye so no wo mo mpe de obe ba obe katamwa mu aso na odi sika bi ne na ma na yi bi me pese me bo party bi adin because ye po man ni ye
wana no aho na wo fi
Wana me fi.
adwuma ko aka mo ne ma wo aka ne ma
Oh, ni ana kasa anka na aka me bla ne ma pa e wa he ya aka me bla ne ko asi pa.
Okay.
Aha kwa ni enyini kwa se omuyi kwa no tum ni enim se ombesa aba. Oh, ye mu se soldiers for no. Omuyi ba den omani abede gidigidi kura mponti mahama de ya ka se ade fefa wa ye de ya shira no pa so onye ne no no momode ne de onye ne no na omutimi ntwa kwan ne
President John Mahama nyaminya den enhila no no ntunu kwamtem bia na wo ma na adwenpa atem bia obetimi dia den ama Ghana da tumpon sana me betimi aka kire no
eye
me eye mami
asojafo na ho keka te sei
oh me so omo ho keka ne ye kama because omundi agro anytime bia no endo say me be free amango ase endo say omo ye adu ye ho no mo by uhwe time omo de pon na wotim say ni bra wo ho pa mo
time
be 10 something ho no mo yes omonda.
So that is the update as I say about with the major projects koso you said the outer ring lane nso Kumasi de nso koso no na amanfo yi ani ache ho a also the express road nso project koso this is one of the biggest road projects koso because afterwards ni yebe hu say sa Accra Kumasi Accra Eastern yebefa Eastern ebi befa Eastern yebefa akopie mu Ashanti no enye kwan to some communities you say they would this road ebefemu abelempe adiemra adai so that is in the greater Accra region. Now Eastern region we have places like Asamankese, Anamanse, Akemoda, Ayerebi, Ofuase, Eninkoko, Jadamua, Asante Achase. These are some of the towns ekwan we no kwa kofefemu otimu say ebeboa papa Asantememu ebefa kwaso Sewua Kumasi and that's about a number of interchanges bear 7 ebe appear with this express road nimu Accra hub adai so Asamankese Achemoda Ofuase Lake Busumtwe Kumasi honum nyina ebi hu se road no ne nkrabata binum befafa ho interchanges ni ade ebe pie mu ntutumi se enya kwan keto akra na Ghana ewo krodem hanum say this a very good one enti amafo chemu President Mahama wabone homodin pa ewo sa kwan we eso abusienfa mu nsi ha na yenda mu ase se munya bre edehwe aha Pinax TV.